Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Clangin and Bangin with Mikey, episode 100. We hit the century mark. And I didn't realize this till later on or earlier this week, um, that I was gonna hit 100 episodes, right? And the other day I had ran across, I had opened up TikTok, just to see what type of stuff people are posting, and one of the first videos that I saw was from this sister Alicia Martinez. I don't remember her whole handle. Say that 10 times fast. But basically, it popped up as soon as I opened up the app, and she was talking about accountability and how women will hold a guy accountable for whether he lied or he cheated or he did whatever. But when a guy does that to a woman, and she basically said like, oh, like most women will deflect, they won't take accountability. They won't want to understand that the reason why that the situation is what it is because, and it was basically talking about trust issues, right? And so when she brought that up, it's true. Men do not open up emotionally and as easy as females do, and or I wouldn't say females, I say women. As easy as women do, because we're not taught to do that. We're not taught it's okay to show emotion. So when we truly do show it, you know, you see a side of us that we didn't even know that we had. And I sent it to a couple of my partners, and because we've all been in relationships or situations um, where we get used, we get abused, we get when I say abused, I mean emotionally. Where we open up to an individual and we thinking it's by this opening up to us, by us opening up to them, it's gonna make this relationship stronger. And a lot of the times it doesn't, man. Women will sit there and be like, and will say, yeah, you know what, it's a safe space, whatever we talk about doesn't, like it stays between us, yada, yada, yada. And we think, okay, damn, this girl is really feeling me. But she really is trying to understand me. And with that being said, when you break our hearts, uh, there is a when you break our hearts, there is something that happens with us that we can't even explain what happens. We have a really hard time trusting other people because of what we've been through, and we have a really hard time of of not of of trusting other people because we always fear that okay, what happened before is gonna happen again. I was told by this girl once, and now that I look back on the situation, I was nothing more than a filler, to her. And I remember she said one time, like, oh, well, like, I don't want you to wait, because if the next, for another great woman with you who walks into your life, but, she's got to be better than me. And when I saw that video that Shorty posted, I immediately thought of that conversation I had with that girl. And I said, gotta be better than you. And it just made me think, like, you really think you all that? You know what I mean? It's like most of y'all are manipulative. Y'all are habitual liars. You don't know how to be honest with people. You want to use people, for whatever gain that you want to have. And it's sad, man. It's sad the fact that you fuck over good dudes, a dudes you know, who are generally good people, and you mess them over, and then you want to sit there and be like, well, I didn't do nothing wrong. Listen, it's like, yeah, you did. You end up shattering a guy's not just heart, but his psyche. His emotional wherewithal. His emotional confidence. His stability, thinking that, okay, like, if I can get through this with her, or if I can just stick around long enough, she's gonna see my worth. In reality, man, she's never gonna see that. All she's gonna see is a dude who just stuck around. And I say that now because I can look back on the situation and realize, yeah, I was a filler. And I was somebody who was misused and abused, played with. And then when I did what I did, you guys can look back into previous podcasts and see that, and all the shit that I said, all the shit that I did was because I was hurt. What Shorty said in the video, when she's like, like, when you play with dudes' emotions, and you abuse their trust, or you lie to them, and you manipulate them, you might as well just take a gun to their heart and pull the trigger, because you shattered them. You know what I mean? And it's true. In that particular situation I was in, my heart was shattered. But a lot of women love to play victim in the situation, but they don't want to sit there and be like, oh, okay, like, this is what I did, boom, 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 boom. They don't want to take accountability until they have to. They don't want to take accountability until it's the last thing that they have left on the table. And it's sad that there are women out there like that who do that, and it's like, you have no idea how many people you fucked over simply because you was out there looking out for yourself, in a very, very screwed up way. I think at the end of the day, it's sad, and it's a very difficult thing to be in, because you don't want to think that, or you don't think it's gonna happen to you, or whatever it is, and like, when it does, you're like, damn, okay, like, what do I do to get better at this situation, or whatever it is. And a lot of the times, man, it's like, we just gotta learn from it. And as difficult as it is to trust people after a situation like that happening to you, because I can speak from experience, it's really difficult. You gotta understand that not everybody out there's trying to hurt you, or not everybody's like your ex or your exes. And if you are dating the same type of individual multiple times, then you probably need to do some work on yourself. Because most people who date the same type of individual, they do that. They may not do it in a way that 100% their ex, but there's characteristics in that particular individual that they're dating that they're used to. Whether it's having the ability to control somebody, or painting yourself out to be the victim in every situation, or thinking that everybody's out there doing shit that they're not really doing. I've had people start fights over basically some somebody gets them a gift, and the girlfriend doesn't like the girl, so she thinks there's something going on, and it's like, you know, and they start checking phones and text messages and all kinds of shit, right? And I'm like, yo, it's like, there's probably a reason why they do, you know, because dudes, you know, like, we don't want to cheat on our girls, man. Like, you know, there's very few motherfuckers out there who willingly cheat on their girls just because. Most of us ain't gonna do that, you know. We're not gonna waste the time and the effort that we put into the situation just to go fuck it off, you know. And some of it is men too. Some of it is women too. And a lot of women, a lot of good women. They get caught up with dudes who aren't good people. And they think, oh yeah, well, having kids with him is going to change the situation, or like if I stick around long enough, and then like he's going to treat me better. I'm like, no, he's not. It's going to be the same cycle over and over and over again. It's like there's nothing new about that's going to change. But yeah, that video, man, it was something that was needed, man, because it was something that should be talked about a lot more, and the conversation needs to be had, because everybody wants to talk about accountability, but nobody wants to talk about their role in the situation. And I think as soon as you do that, as soon as you figure out what your role is in a situation, or why this other person did what they did, it helps you get better. You know, it helps you understand not just you, but your other person as well. Another thing too I want to touch upon is sensitive. You know, being sensitive. Everybody's sensitive. You know, but you can't be sensitive towards every little thing. It's nobody else's job to protect your feelings. You know, it's nobody else's job to patrol how you feeling. Or, you know, if I gotta watch what I say around you, I mean, and if the shit I'm saying around you is not bad, then like, why would I you know, why be friends with somebody that you gotta watch what you say? Unless it's really grotesque and really and it's really really disrespectful things being said. But yeah, man, nobody's ready for to have that conversation. Everybody wants to say, oh, so and so did this, so and so did that, and the question you gotta ask yourself is like, yo, what did you do to make this individual respond the way that they did? Because nobody responds to a particular situation just based off that one instance. You know, there's always a reason. You know, there's always a reaction for an action. So anyway, hope y'all keeping it full. Please, peace, private player, positive pushing. It's just about 14 minutes of your life that you want to get back. Keeping it positive, player pushing. You know, I'll see y'all next week. Love y'all, Ghost. And like I always say, remember, you know your worth. Ghost.